Well, hello, hello. There was an abrupt stop. Hi, you guys. Okay, checking all the places. Make sure that we are going, that we are live. And if you are on, if you can go ahead and comment. Okay, I can see me here over in Flourishing Live Area Events Group. If you are on YouTube, if you can comment for me, because that will show me that you are live too. So let me know where you're streaming in from. My name is Diane Cole, and so hey, Kathy, I see you on YouTube. So yay. My name is Diane Cole, and I'm going to be talking about some dewy skin today with hey, Terry Gavis. I see her on Facebook. Let me see. So our official bronzed, blushed, and blessed. It's our spring flush look. Okay. So glowy, blushy, repeat, right? So the fun thing is I'm going to show you a couple of techniques that are going to be in your lookbook. So if you are a current customer of mine or one of our beauty consultants, you are going to get a lookbook in the mail. And this is a very sharp edition of our current lookbook for the summer. Excuse me. And I'm fighting a cold, so I'm going to try to not exert, but it's not working. Excuse me. Okay. Looks like I need more water too. So I believe it's on page 12 of the lookbook. So page 12 of the lookbook is a technique called underpainting. And the fun thing is it leaves you with that dewy skin. And I'm going to see if I have so one of the things it calls for is our nourishing oil. And I usually have my nourishing oil right here. So I'm going to grab it real quick and potentially. Okay, I'm still here. Still here. Trying to grab it. Okay. All right, here we go. I see you, Christy. So Kathy is streaming in from Kentucky, and Christy is streaming in from Bolingbrook, Illinois. I will go back over to Facebook, and I don't see any comments over here yet. Okay, here we go. Peggy Cooksey is watching. Terry from Tennessee. Cindy Hudson from Tennessee tonight also. And hey, Josie, I see you're watching. That's awesome. So glad to have you. Okay, so we're going to do this underpainting. And so you start out with hydrating with a little bit of the nourishing oil. So I'm going to take just a couple drops of the nourishing oil, and you can put the nourishing oil right on your cheeks if you want to. But I'm going to take it and go ahead and apply it to our skin. Our nourishing oil is 100% natural. It has 3 different oils in it: olive oil, almond oil, and another one, which I'm not thinking of right now. But anyway, I just put it on. Okay, so that feels absolutely amazing. And so then the next step, what they teach us to do for this look, is that you grab your concealer and your under eye corrector. And so what I do is I just put a little bit of it right on the back of my hand. And I just find that way it's there. I can use it. If I have to go back to it, I can. And what I like to do, you guys, is I like to mix the two of them together. I absolutely love the finish of both of them together. So that's what I'm going to do. And here is our cream brush. And so your consultant can show you this one. It's called a cream color brush. So you can use it for any of our cream eyeshadows. You can use it for our concealers, like any of those. And so the whole concept is putting all the things on underneath your foundation. And so I think that's kind of fun, a fun thing to try. And so, and you can decide if you want to minimize your nose, you can add the contour down your nose. You can contour both sides of your nose if you want to minimize it. If you want, if you want to take away, you use dark. If you want to highlight, you use light. Okay. And so I'm just going to put my concealer and under eye corrector on together. And then I have a brown patch over here, and I'm treating it with our hyaluronic acid, our serum C and E, our brightener. Like different days I do different those, and then I just go ahead and do the same coverage over here. Okay. Now the cool thing is, and I don't know which one I have with me, but we have different bronzers, and we have, so what you could do, I'm going to use a little bit of a darker foundation as my cream contour. And so this, and I have to, so I'll be blending all this, and so I'm bringing this below my cheek. And again, if you wanted to minimize your nose, you can put dark on there, which is kind of cool. Okay. And then I usually do a little bit of powder on my face for contouring. So I'm just going to do it a little bit wet first, and then I'll come around and do powder. And again, I just grabbed a really dark foundation, and I'm going to contour with that. Okay. So now I'm going to grab so you can use a couple of different brushes, you guys. You can use or even your sponge for that matter. I'm going to use my new sponge. So I'm just going to go ahead and blot the contouring in. I am going to use the pointy section for contouring, and it's really a nice finish. You guys, it mattes it really well. And I always say zhuzhing it. I zhuzh it in there, whether you're using your brush, whether you're using your sponge. And then I'm going to go ahead and come downward and blend with the rounded area where I put the concealer down here. Okay, now what's super fun is I'm using Deep 2 Luminous Foundation. This is our brand new Time Wise foundation, and I'm going to put it on the brush. And then what you do, oh, I forgot, y'all. With underpainting, you can go ahead and put your cheek color on first. And I'm using our brand new blush sticks. And so this is the really gentle one, which is Kind Spirit. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually use a dry brush right now and bring it through. Super fun. Okay, so it's just real gentle. Now, what I can tell you is once I put this foundation on, I know me, and I'm going to want more cheeks. So I'm going to even just grab this one, Spark Change. I'm just going to grab it because I know I'm going to want some more, because I'm going to go right over top of it. So I think for me, if I'm going to do underpainting, I'm going to use Spark Change. And if I'm going to do it on top, I'm going to use Kind Spirit. Okay. Just because so you can see how it's stronger and you're still blending it, but then I'm going to put foundation on over top. Okay. So now back to the foundation. And because we have those facial hairs, we want them to lay down. We're going to come downward on our skin and our face. And I can tell from the camera, I mean, you can see the coverage is amazing. And I'm going to come in here to the eyelids. And you can see the coverage is fantastic. Doesn't it look? It looks really nice, you guys. It feels amazing. It's still dewy. I mean, I'm already someone with dry skin, so adding the barrier restore and my lifting serum and all the deliciousness, okay? But just that little extra step with our nourishing oil, that little extra step of the nourishing, 100% naturally derived ingredients. It is fantastic. Well, there you go. So thanks, Bria. Bria said pretty. So thank you. And so it just feels amazing. And so now part of what we're going to do with this session is kind of like that. So it's a dewy look. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab our bronzer. So this is our Deep Glow bronzer. And with bronzer, you can do it a couple of ways. If you follow me on TikTok, my daughter just did a really simple look yesterday. She used bronzer as her cheek color. And so that part is just amazing. You can do it any which way you want. And so I'm going to dust it on. And what I'm going to do too is come up along my hairline. And you could even say oh, why does it go up? Your hair is going to cover your face. Yeah, it is. But the warmth stays up there and you kind of get that glow. So I'm bringing it down and around. You guys, it's such a pretty look. I don't even know if you can tell on the camera. All right, let me see if I can fix my hair around it. I don't even know if you can tell. Can you see? I mean, it has just this bronzy kind of goldy hue to it. It is so stinking pretty. I am absolutely loving it. Now, we have two different bronzers, and I think right here, I must only have one. So there's Deep Glow, and I think the other one's called Medium Glow. So, so you can look at them. What I use today for mine is Deep Glow. Remember, my foundation shade is a Deep 2 right now. And so I live in Destin, Florida. I'm outside a lot. And so, I just grab color. Okay. So for you, the Medium Glow might be, just a great color for you. Okay. So talk to your consultant. She'll be able to do that with you. Okay. Let me just see if this is, okay. This is the new Panorama. So we're going to get to the mascara. Now I have lash extensions on the top. So I am just going to grab the little hairs on the bottom. And I always try to go fast, but when you go fast with mascara, you end up marking yourself somewhere, right? And so you just need them to show up. That's all. That's their job. They just get to show up. Just a little bit of color. Okay, I went deep there. And sometimes you can grab your little edges. Okay. All right, so I have to let it dry a little bit over here so I can touch up, but that's okay. So this is our brand new Panorama Design and Lift mascara. And what is so fun, you guys, we just did this little quiz for our beauty consultants who are learning. And so it has a triple zone brush, has super soft silicone bristles, and it captures every lash. That's why it's called Panorama, because it defines and lifts, and you can pull those lashes to go each direction that you need them to go. So that is really super fun. So that's a brand new product out for the summer. So the blush cheek colors, they're 20 a piece. You guys, I would not be able to decide on just one. And then with this bronze look, you could go ahead and add your cheek color. This is the Spark Change. It's like a pinky rose. One of my friends did a live. She called it red. It's lighter than a red. I think red scares people. So it's like a pinky rose. And then the Kind Spirit is like that apricot. Everybody should have an apricot in their makeup bag. So it's for everyone. So you can just see it's a really light look. And the only thing that I would do, just because brows make it for everybody, you guys, you don't have to be super into makeup to do your brows. You want to do your brows. It's gonna, the older, so my daughter is 26 and she has great brows. But just like everybody's brows, there could be some spots that you'd want to fill in or whatever. And I think during like proms in high school, I would just finish, her brows. And like I said, like she doesn't, I have spots that I have to fill in, at my age. But she fills hers in because it just finishes her look. It's just like completing her look. So whether, you have hairs that you're, trying to grab to bring a little bit of pigment color back to them, we have a volumizing brow tint that'll, grab the grays and color them out. Or you could I'm using one of our brow kits. And so I love our brow kits. Okay, what's Kathy saying? Kathy's saying red, something about red is scary, but once you find that red that is for you, it becomes a staple. Exactly. And here's the thing too, you guys, red used to only be out of Christmas or 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, like a time where people wore red. And it is going on. It's like 12 to 15 years now that red has been a true neutral and a staple in, like, it could be an everyday look. And you could say, it's not an everyday look for me. I understand, you know what I mean? But sometimes just learning a couple of techniques give you that confidence of like knowing what it goes with and everything. And so you can do it. So that's kind of fun. So yeah, thanks for sharing that, Kathy. And so there you go. This is just a simple, honestly, bronzer just gave me that glow everywhere. The other thing I could do with bronzer, what I do with it, here we go. I'm going to show you this. You can also grab it and you can put it on your eyelid if you'd like. So I'm just going to grab one of my brushes and I'm going to just bring it over on the lid of my eye because it does have a little bit of that bronzy gold. And again, I'm doing just a quick look. So I wouldn't want to add like another color, but you could. You get to figure it out. It's, it's completely up to you, right? So there you go. I just added a little bit on my lids and it's still light, still not overpowering or anything. And it's all like right here. So again, what did I use? Okay. I did nourishing oil first. And where is this on the lookbook? It's on page 12. And it walks you through the steps right across the bottom of page 13. So hydrate with the Mary Kay nourishing oil. Then steps 2 and 3, highlight and contour. And I did that with the under eye corrector. I still have stuff on the back of my hand. Under eye corrector and the concealer. And then I used a Deep 8 was what I contoured with. So my foundation shade is Deep 2. I went to a Deep 8 to contour, and that I did under my cheekbones. I came along my jawline. I went along my hairline. Okay. And then I took the amazing new sponge we just got out for summer. It has this rounded part for blending. It has this pointy part for the concealer underneath your eyes. So it's a really concentrated spot. Okay. what I didn't use it for, this whole section is for you to press powder on. And so you could, at this point, do some translucent powder if you'd like, or some silky setting powder. But because I did bronzer everywhere, I mean, I honestly can just take this and press the bronzer in. Okay. So that's kind of fun too. So, okay, we have the sponge. I actually use both of the cheek colors. I did the apricot first, and then I came back over with the spark change. I did spark change on my lids. I did then the Deep 2 foundation everywhere. And then I did our bronzer. And again, there's a medium glow and there's a deep glow. Today I used the deep glow. Then I did our Panorama Define and Lift brand new mascara. And it has those bristles. And I'm going to tell you the name of it again. Something about triple zone brush with super soft silicone bristles and captures every lash. And you just define and you pull those lashes out, which is incredible. Okay. Let's see what else. I think that's everything I did. And then I just added a little bit of bronze. Oh, and I did my brows and I added a little bit of the bronzer as my eyeshadow. So again, if you're this was a really great dash out the door look, you guys. And, again, what could you finish it off with? Well, you could get your finishing spray and just spray, across, do the T, and then you could do the X, and then it stays. It's not going to move. And so one of my friends just told me she does a finishing spray before she does her makeup and then does it again on top, especially if she's got a full day. She does it twice like that. We've done it done foundation on and then sprayed and then bronzer and then sprayed for layers. But your finishing spray is worth its weight in gold. And it has saved my life more times than I could count. So with that, you guys, they're my tips for today. Oh my gosh, they're my tips for today. So I just wanted to come on and share. If you are catching our playback, go ahead and just tell us what you thought. And if you are not following me on YouTube, if you could go ahead, I am the Diane Cole in YouTube. If you could subscribe, like this video in there, it just helps. We're new to YouTube. And so I am creating my trainings and different things on there. So it would be great to have you go ahead and subscribe and like my videos, and then you'll get notification if you want more tips. So that'll be kind of fun. So, okay, with that, if you're in our Facebook group, go ahead and you can do #replay if you're catching the playback, but tell us what you liked, what you learned. And thank you so much for being on. Wednesday night, we're doing a Get Your Face Ready for Bed Zoom. And so if you'd like the link for the Zoom, if you could go ahead and put that in the comments, Zoom link for Wednesday night. It's at 6:30 Central on Wednesday night. So we'd love, love, love to have you. Okay. All right, you guys, take care. Yay. See if I can end it. Have a great night.